What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, coach of the Detroit Type Nulls, and we are here for our Week 11 battle in NPA. Your Detroit Type Nulls are taking on Coach Cressel Key and her Adelaide Honchkrows. If you guys want to check our channel out, I'll be sure to link it in the description of this video. You guys can go over there, as well as in the description of this video. If you guys want to check it out, we have two shirts on sale right now. One being a Detroit Type Null shirt if you guys want to support the team in this league, in the P4G, the PGL, or the WBE coming soon. Feel free to, that's in the description. And our CBAD Smug t-shirts. It's a very smug, cute little Growlithe. It's one of our most used Twitch emotes, actually. So if you guys want to check either of those out, those are in the description. Those are around until May 2nd. Let's talk a little bit about the Adelaide Honchkrows. First up, they have a Sandcore and Excadrill and Hippowdon. Really terrifying, both of which have access to rocks. Excadrill being a very reliable spinner. Good steel type as well. Mold breaker ability, and then of course it does have Sand Force and Sand Rush. Hippowdon doesn't need to bring the sand, but it does have Sand Stream as well as Sand Force if it chooses not to bring the sand. The Whimsicott, very fast grass and fairy type, has the Prankster ability, has the Infiltrator ability, as well as Chlorophyll, which can abuse the Mega on her team, which is the Mega Charizard Y. We'll get there in a second. Drapion, Poison and Dark type. I definitely think Drapion's being brought this match. Absolutely 100%. Alolan Raichu, Electric Psychic type Pokemon, very fast. Does have the Surge Surfer ability. Stab, Electric, and Psychic really do work against some of my team this week, so we got to be careful about that. Dusknoir is a super bulky Ghost type Pokemon with the Frisk or the Pressure ability. Has access to Will-O-Wisp, recovery through Pain Split, can be run physical or special, typically more physical with elemental punches, but it can be run with things like Will-O-Wisp and Hex and all that good stuff. Mega Charizard Y, super fast, sets up the sun, 4 times weak to rocks, so that is how that goes. Kyurem, a Dragon and Ice type Pokemon, can toss Dracos, has reliable recovery and Roost, can toss off Ice Beams, can toss off Hidden Powers, Earth Powers, Flash Cannons, Dark Pulse as well, if I'm not mistaken. Things like that. Komala, pure normal type Pokemon, it has the Comatose ability, so one of the things about that is, it can't be statused in any way, shape, or form. It can always go for Sleep Talk. Sleep Talk Last Resort is actually a really cool set. It's a Wish Passer. It can U-turn. It can Yawn as well. Things like that. Rapid Spinner too. Leavanny, grass and bug type Pokemon. Yeah, 92 base speed. Nothing too crazy there. Has the Chlorophyll ability, so it can abuse Charizard's Sun. Can set up webs. Things like that. And then the Keldeo, water fighting type Pokemon with the Justified ability. Secret Sword, Sacred Sword, Scald, Icy Wind, Calm Minds, Hidden Powers, all that fun stuff. Some notes about the team. 2 Stealth Rockers in the form of Driller and Hippowdon, and a Toxic Spiker in the form of Drapion, 2 Rapid Spinners in the form of Excadrill and Komala, a Defogger in the form of Whimsicott or Charizard. I don't think Charizard's going to have it, and I don't think Kyurem actually gets Defog. It probably does, now that I should think about that, but a Sticky Web used in the form of Leavanny, and then to my knowledge, the only Wish Passer on the team is Komala. Other than that, no Clerics on the team, so that is very, very nice. We can talk a little bit about our squad right here. First up, we are bringing the Commander. She has the Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Return Reset. Pretty much max HP, 52 in attack, 20 in special defense, 188 in speed with an adamant nature. After a Dragon Dance, we are out speeding the Whimsicott, which is really, really cool. Earthquake and Return are pretty much all we need for the team. Earthquake hits the Excadrill, Return hits the Hippowdon, the Whimsicott, Earthquake hits the Drapion, Earthquake hits the Alolan Raichu, Return hits the Dusknoir. Mega Charizard Y resists it, but it doesn't have the bulk to really want to take it. Plus, we can pretty much set up all over that thing's face, just given our natural typing and bulk. Kyurem doesn't want to take a return, Komala doesn't want to take a return, Leavanny doesn't want to take a return, Keldeo doesn't want to take a return. Honestly, my biggest fear is that we need the Hippowdon week. And then an opportunity to start getting a Dragon Dance up, and then we just kind of go in from there. So nothing too crazy about that. The 20 in special defense, along with the max in HP, or the 248 EVs in HP, I should say, do allow us to take quite a few hits from the Charizard, quite a few hits from the Kyurem as well. Alolan Raichu we can pretty much set up on as well, provided he doesn't have HP Ice. But probably have HPS. Let's talk a little bit about Cortex. Light Screen Uxie this week, or Light Clay Uxie this week. Dual Screen Psychic and U-Turn, 244 in HP, 132 in defense, 132 in special defense with a bold nature. We are 3 or 4 hit KO'd by Excadrill. We can set up screens for things like Altaria to come in. We can set up screens for things like, you guys can see our Houndoom, our Celesteela, our Piloswine, and our Gengar. Just being able to take those hits better. If we can get screens up, Altaria pretty much wins. If we can get if there's no phasing on Hippowdon, things like that. Psychic's pretty cool. We do take a little bit of damage from a Drapion, but because of our natural bulk, we can U-turn on that thing if they choose Pursuit. U-turn on the Alolan Raichu, Psychic on that. We can put up screens in front of almost anything, and like I said, Mixed Bulk helps with Excadrill, Whimsicott, Charizard, all that fun stuff. Once Charizard sets up the sun, it kind of hurts. And this is our Charizard answer. This is our second Charizard answer, actually. George the Houndoom, AV Houndoom with Flash Fire, Solar Beam, Hidden Power Rock, Flamethrower, and Super Fang. 244 EVs in HP, 240 EVs in special defense, and 24 EVs in speed with a calm nature. With this, we are outspeeding uninvested Drapion, uninvested Leavanny, and uninvested Kyurem. We are also outspeeding max speed Dusknoir and max speed Hippowdon, uninvested Excadrill. We're outspeeding that as well, just in case like a max HP, like a defensive Excadrill set. But Solar Beam hurts Excadrill and Hippowdon. Solar Beam also hurts the Keldeo. Hidden Power Rock. This thing is the Charizard Y counter. They do need to hit 2 Focus Blasts in a row in order to knock us out, and I don't know if they want to risk that, but other than that, we sit in front of this thing for days. Super Fang helps wear down threats like the Hippowdon. Flamethrower boosted in the sun also hurts a lot of things that aren't a resist, which is a really, really cool. And Super Fang, like I said, just helps wear down things like the Hippowdon, forces Hippowdon to go for Slack Off should they have it. Flamethrower boosted in the sun is really cool. Solar Beam being able to, if it's like a Sand Force Hippowdon, also helps that out in general. We come in on a Flamethrower or anything else like that with Houndoom, and we just toss off a Hidden Power Rock or a Super Fang just in case they feel like switching. But that is George here. Next up here, we have Mixed Defense Celesteela here. Leftovers, a Toxic, Leech Seed, Heavy Slam, and Earthquake. Toxic's going to help us wear down the Hippowdon, but max HP, 100 in defense, 156 special defense with a Careful Nature. Let me bring this up here really, really quickly, because I'm pretty sure I talked about this really quickly. Maybe I didn't. I thought I made a note about this. But mixed defenses, we get our Beast Boost, and special defense will help with things like Charizard. This thing comes in on Excadrill 100% of the time and clicks Leech Seed. Same thing with the Hippowdon, really. We can't be Toxic. We can just Leech Seed that thing or Toxic that thing. Can switch around. Heavy Slam and Earthquake pretty much have really good coverage against his entire team. And then after a special defense boost or two, it starts to help us out against things like Alolan Raichu and Mega Charizard Y. Life Orb HP Fire from Kyurem, that's what this helps with. This also helps with, this is our Kyurem switching 100% of the time, just because of our typing and our natural bulk. That helps with that. Helps out with Keldeo as well, although we don't appreciate a Scald Burn. We're really here to just kind of Toxic Leech Seed things. So, nothing too crazy about the Celesteela right here. Next up here, kind of mixed offensive Piloswine here. Blondie's coming with the Eviolite, Thick Fat, Rocks, Icicle Crash, Earthquake, and Ice Shard. Max HP, 132 attack, 4 in defense, 116 in special defense, and 4 in speed with a Careful Nature. Here's what I do have notes on. We are 3-hit KO'd by Scarf Kyurem's Draco Meteor. Scarf Kyurem is a great way to deal with Dragon Dancing Altaria. Being able to go for Ice Beams and things like that do help him out, or do help them out, her out, in case Altaria starts going that route. Scarf Kyurem also helps against things like Gengar, also helps against a few other threats that I do have potentially to bring on my team. We're 3-hit KO'd by Draco, obviously, after Draco Meteor. The special attack drop is there, and that's fine. 3-hit KO'd by Whimsicott's Energy Ball and Giga Drain, which is really, really cool. If it's not like a Life Orb or a Meadow Plate set, something like that, if it's not boosting the offensive power, so if it's like Leftovers, or if it's Pixie Plate, Moonblast, also we eat all of those, as long as it's not boosting the Energy Ball or the Giga Drain. Attack Investment, we can 2-hit KO, max HP Kamala with Earthquake. Alolan Raichu, really just, this is my Alolan Raichu switch in 100% of the time. We chew that thing alive. Really, really cool. We are also 2-hit KO'd by the Gosh Diggity Darn Charizard, which even with Thick Fat, that's how that goes. We do take from full, we do take 1 hit from Charizard. We can go for an Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash after Rocks does have a chance to kill, and then if we do get a low roll on that Charizard, we can go for Ice Shard to just pick up for the remaining damage. And then last but not least, Choice Scarf Gengar. Once we wear down the team, depending on what's left, different moves here really do help out. Shadow Ball is there. Shadow Ball helps with anything that's not a resist, really. Energy Ball helps with the Hippowdon. I don't need Sludge Wave. Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO on So unless Whimsicott has like Stun Spore or something to slow us down, that could be something. But Shadow Ball is 2 KO. Thunderbolt helps with the Mega Charizard Y and the Keldeo. And the... Nope, that's it. Shadow Ball helps with the Dusknoir. Shadow Ball helps with the Alolan Raichu. Focus Blast helps with things like the Excadrill. Hits the Drapion as hard as we can because that's the hardest way we can hit that thing outside of like HP Ground, which I didn't want to bring. But Focus Blast also helps with the Kyurem and the Komala as well, just in case they feel like coming in. We do Speed Tie with the Alolan Raichu. We outspeed everything on the team, provided it is not Scarf Whimsicott or we Speed Tie Scarf Alolan Raichu. But that is our team. That is our team. I'm feeling semi-confident in this team. It was a difficult matchup on paper. I always have a hard time prepping for weather, especially when there's the opportunity to bring dual weather. And Crystal Key, she's been doing really, really well with this team. So I definitely encourage you guys to go check it out. Like I said, the link to the channel will be in the description down below, as well as the t-shirts. If you guys want to pick those up, those are available until May 2nd as well. Let me know your thoughts on the team in the comment section down below. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.